You are under spiritual siege. A dangerous energy storm is raging, and it's actively blocking your spiritual awakening. This isn't just another difficult period. It's an unseen battlefield where your spiritual destiny hangs in the balance, and your progress in this lifetime is on the line. If you're not aware of the immense forces at play right now, you're risking more than just a temporary setback. You're risking stagnation, disconnection, and the loss of opportunities for profound spiritual growth that may never come again. But here's the crucial twist. This storm, as turbulent as it is also a powerful catalyst, a cosmic reset button designed to accelerate your evolution. It's like a forest fire, clearing away the old to make way for vibrant new growth, or the intense pressure that forms a diamond. Failing to recognize this duality will trap you in place, preventing your spiritual unfolding and delaying your destiny. This energy storm manifests in distinct, recognizable patterns in your emotional states, your behaviors, and even subtle shifts in your energy field. You might find yourself experiencing sudden mood swings that correlate with specific planetary positions, or struggling with procrastination during particular astrological transits. The approaching Saturn-Neptune square is just one of the key players in this cosmic drama, a major influence driving uncertainty and testing your resolve. This energy storm is not an isolated event. It's a pivotal moment in a much larger collective spiritual awakening. Humanity stands at a crossroads, with the potential for a massive shift in consciousness that will either be embraced or resisted. The societal changes we're witnessing, the heightened global tensions, the personal anxieties, the divisions are all symptoms of this underlying energetic upheaval, demanding that you cultivate inner resilience now. Being blocked by this energy storm can lead to feeling increasingly isolated, experiencing recurring challenges that seem impossible to overcome, and missing out on crucial opportunities for significant personal and spiritual expansion. In contrast, successfully navigating this storm can unlock enhanced intuition, a deeper sense of purpose that guides your every step, and accelerated spiritual development that propels you far beyond where you thought possible. Understanding the dynamics of this storm is essential for unlocking your dormant spiritual abilities and tapping into your highest potential. Simple techniques like meditation, mindfulness practices, and consistent journaling can become powerful tools for navigating the turbulent waters and revealing your path forward. You have the power to navigate this storm effectively. This video is your roadmap, providing you with the tools and insights you need to reclaim your personal agency, fortify your resilience, and emerge stronger than ever before. So, what exactly do we mean by spiritual awakening in the context of this video? We're talking about a profound shift in inner awareness, a strengthening of your intuition that guides you with unwavering clarity, and a deeper understanding of yourself, your strengths, your shadows, and your soul's purpose. This awakening translates into practical benefits. Improved relationships built on authenticity, enhanced creativity that flows effortlessly, and a profound sense of inner peace that anchors you amidst the chaos. Now, let's acknowledge the unseen forces that are at play during this storm. These forces aren't always what they seem. They can manifest as guiding intuitions, helpful synchronicities that appear just when you need them, but also as internal fears, deeply ingrained limiting beliefs, and even negative external energies that seek to derail your progress. In this video, we'll explore these forces, both benevolent and detrimental, and equip you with the knowledge to discern between them. Over the next several minutes, we will be covering key topics that will help you identify, understand, and overcome this blockage. You'll learn practical strategies to strengthen your spiritual connection through visualization exercises that bring your desires into focus, affirmations that reprogram limiting beliefs, and energy-clearing techniques that dissolve stagnant patterns. Let's start by identifying some foundational symptoms associated with blocked energy. Perhaps you've been feeling inexplicably exhausted, even after a full night's sleep, or struggling to focus on tasks that normally come easily to you? Have you been feeling unusually drained or irritable lately, as if an invisible weight is holding you back? Are you experiencing more synchronicities than usual, repeating numbers, meaningful coincidences, yet struggling to decipher their message? Do you find it increasingly hard to stay motivated, even when pursuing activities you once loved? There are deeper, hidden layers to this energy storm. Understanding the root cause of your blockage is key to unlocking profound spiritual progress and experiencing breakthroughs you never thought possible. You're about to learn how to pierce through the illusion and access deeper truths that will set you free. And remember, recognizing your personal patterns is essential for navigating this storm. Imagine tracking your mood alongside lunar cycles to identify recurring emotional triggers, or noticing how your energy levels dip during certain planetary transits, revealing specific areas where you need to focus your attention. We'll explore these patterns in detail later, providing you with a framework for understanding your unique energetic signature. We'll also share guidance around effective energy clearing techniques that dissolve blockages, powerful intention-setting rituals that align you with your desired future, and methods for connecting with your inner guidance that provide unwavering support on your journey. Are you ready to handle who or what might be watching you? Let's get specific about what's happening in the cosmos right now. The approaching Saturn-Neptune square is a major player, creating a sense of disillusionment and uncertainty. Saturn, the planet of structure and limitation, is clashing with Neptune, the planet of dreams and illusions. This creates a cosmic tension that can manifest as feeling lost, confused, or directionless. For instance, you might find yourself questioning your life path, your relationships, or even your spiritual beliefs. Adding fuel to the fire, we also have Mars in a challenging aspect with Uranus, stirring up impulsive actions and unexpected disruptions. Maybe you're feeling restless and irritable, making it difficult to focus on your goals. These astrological triggers are creating the perfect conditions for an energy storm that can block your spiritual awakening. Imagine a character we will call Sarah. She is feeling the effects of all this, a normally clear channel for intuition, and she is now struggling to meditate, feeling disconnected from her guides, and experiencing a constant barrage of self-doubt. The spiritual impact of this storm is significant. This is not some vague notion. It's manifesting in concrete ways, blocking your ability to connect with your intuition, stifling your creativity, and fueling self-doubt. Are you finding it harder to meditate, your mind racing with worries and anxieties? Have you lost that spark of inspiration, feeling unmotivated to pursue your passions? Is that inner voice of guidance now drowned out by a chorus of critical thoughts? All of these are signs that the energy storm is impacting your spiritual growth, and in Sarah's case, all of these things are happening and impacting her work. Spiritually, she feels adrift, and that uncertainty creates even further problems. When she tries to focus on meditating, it is harder than ever before. Even her divination practices come up with clouded results. The challenge now is to remember that this is temporary, and knowing this is the first step. Emotionally, this blockage can manifest as heightened anxiety, increased irritability, feelings of overwhelm, and a sense of emotional numbness. Perhaps you're snapping at loved ones for no reason, or feeling a constant sense of unease that you can't quite pinpoint. Maybe you're struggling to process your emotions, feeling like you're stuck in a cycle of reactivity. For Sarah, it's a roller coaster of emotions. One moment, she's filled with hope and excitement about her spiritual journey. The next, she's consumed by fear and doubt, questioning her abilities and her path. These emotional fluctuations can be exhausting, making it difficult to stay grounded and centered, but they can also show how far we've come. The important thing is to let go of the notion that this is permanent. This energy storm often triggers resistance to spiritual growth, which can manifest as procrastination, avoidance behaviors, and self-sabotage. Are you putting off important tasks, finding excuses to avoid your spiritual practice? Are you engaging in behaviors that you know are not good for you, such as excessive screen time, unhealthy eating, or isolating yourself from others. These are all ways that you might be resisting the changes that are trying to occur. To assess your level of resistance, ask yourself these questions. Am I actively avoiding activities that support my spiritual growth? Am I making excuses to stay in my comfort zone, even though I know it's not serving me? Am I engaging in self-sabotaging behaviors that undermine my progress? The more yes answers you have, the higher your level of resistance. Sarah finds herself scrolling endlessly on social media, avoiding her spiritual practice and procrastinating on important work projects. She knows she needs to take action, but she feels paralyzed by fear and doubt. But what unseen forces are amplifying this blockage? Internal influences such as limiting beliefs, negative self-talk, unresolved trauma, and fear of the unknown can all play a role. Perhaps you believe that you're not good enough, not worthy of spiritual growth, or not capable of achieving your dreams. These limiting beliefs can act as a self-fulfilling prophecy, holding you back from your full potential. Maybe you're constantly criticizing yourself, focusing on your flaws and shortcomings, and these negative thoughts create a toxic inner environment that blocks your spiritual progress. Sarah's mind is filled with negative thoughts, telling her that she's not good enough, that she'll never be able to overcome her challenges, and that she's destined to fail. These thought patterns reinforce her resistance and keep her stuck in a cycle of self-doubt. External unseen forces can also contribute to the blockage. Negative entities, thought forms generated by collective fear, or manipulative energies can all drain your energy and derail your progress. These forces operate on subtle levels, influencing your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without you even realizing it. When the collective has fear, for instance around a health scare or climate change, it creates a fertile ground for unseen forces to make people scared and draw energy from that fear. Sarah finds herself bombarded with negative news and social media posts, fueling her anxiety and making her feel hopeless about the future. She is also encountering people who seem to drain her energy, leaving her feeling exhausted and depleted after even brief interactions. Energetic attachments, like cords or hooks, can also perpetuate negative patterns during this storm. These attachments form through unresolved conflicts, unhealthy relationships, or past traumas, binding you to people, places, or situations that are no longer serving you. To cut these cords, visualize yourself in a safe, comfortable space. Imagine a cord connecting you to someone who drains your energy, and then visualize a beam of light severing that cord, releasing you from the attachment. Repeat the affirmation, I release all energetic attachments that no longer serve my highest good. Sarah visualizes a cord connecting her to a past relationship filled with conflict and emotional pain. She sees a beam of light cutting the cord, and she feels a sense of relief and liberation wash over her. Be wary of energy vampires who drain your spiritual energy during periods of vulnerability. These people often appear charming or helpful at first, but they leave you feeling depleted, exhausted, and emotionally drained. They may constantly complain, seek attention, or criticize you, feeding off your energy to fuel their own insecurities. Identifying these vampires involves paying attention to how you feel after interacting with certain people. Do you feel uplifted and energized, or drained and depleted? Set clear boundaries, limit your contact with energy vampires, and protect your energy by visualizing a shield of light around yourself. Sarah notices that a colleague constantly seeks her attention, complaining about her problems and criticizing others. After these interactions, Sarah feels exhausted and depleted. So how do we identify and clear these initial blockages? Grounding is essential. Connecting with the Earth's energy can help you feel more stable, centered, and balanced. Walk barefoot on the grass, spend time in nature, or hold grounding stones like hematite or black tourmaline. For a simple grounding meditation, sit comfortably with your feet flat on the floor. Visualize roots growing from your feet down into the earth, anchoring you to the planet's energy. Breathe deeply, feeling the Earth's energy flowing up through your roots, nourishing and stabilizing you. Sarah sits outside in her garden, barefoot on the grass. She closes her eyes and visualizes roots growing from her feet down into the earth. She breathes deeply, feeling the earth's energy flowing up through her roots, grounding her and calming her anxiety. Energy clearing methods can also dissolve blockages and restore balance. Smudging with sage, taking salt baths, using essential oils, or practicing sound healing can all help to clear negative energy from your aura and environment. To perform a simple sage smudging ritual, open a window for ventilation. Light a sage smudge stick and allow it to smolder, creating smoke. Waft the smoke around your body, focusing on areas where you feel blocked or stagnant. Visualize the smoke carrying away negative energy, clearing your energy field and restoring balance. As Sarah walks through her house, she focuses on her intentions, visualizing the smoke clearing away the negative energy and making room for new beginnings. Processing difficult emotions is also key to clearing blockages. Suppressing or avoiding emotions only allows them to fester and grow stronger. Journaling, emotional release techniques like F-tapping, or creative expression can all help you to process your emotions in a healthy way. Take out a journal and respond to this prompt. What am I most afraid of right now, and what steps can I take to address that fear? Allow yourself to write freely, without judgment or censorship. Sarah grabs her journal and starts writing about her fears. She acknowledges her anxiety, her self-doubt, and her fear of failure. As she writes, she begins to identify concrete steps she can take to address those fears. Energetic protection is also crucial. Create a protective shield around yourself by visualizing a bubble of light surrounding you, deflecting negative energy and intentions. You can also use protective crystals like black tourmaline or amethyst to amplify your energetic field. Visualize a bubble of white light surrounding your body, protecting you from all negative energy. This bubble allows only positive, loving energy to enter, keeping you safe and secure. Sarah closes her eyes and visualizes a bubble of white light surrounding her body. She feels safe, secure, and protected. To deepen your pattern recognition, track your physical, emotional, and spiritual symptoms over time. Note recurring symptoms and connect them to specific astrological transits. Keep a dream journal and look for symbolic messages. Pay attention to synchronicities as signs of energetic shifts. If you can link your symptoms to things like a full moon, you will be able to take action earlier than you otherwise would. Let's say Sarah uses a symptom tracking app on her phone, logging her mood swings, fatigue levels, and spiritual connection each day. Over time, she notices a pattern. Her mood swings consistently occur during Mercury retrograde periods, her fatigue spikes during challenging aspects to Saturn, and her spiritual connection wanes during the new moon. Dream analysis can unlock insights into your unconscious feelings about your spiritual path. Before bed, set the intention to remember your dreams. Keep a dream journal by your bedside and write down your dreams as soon as you wake up. Look for recurring symbols, themes, and emotions. For example, Sarah dreams that she is climbing a steep mountain, but she keeps slipping and falling. She interprets this dream as a metaphor for her spiritual journey, suggesting that she is facing challenges and setbacks. The mountain represents her goals, the slipping represents the obstacles, and the falling represents her fears of failure. Synchronicity tracking serves as a guide. For instance, Sarah keeps seeing the number 111 everywhere she goes. She looks up the meaning of this number and learns that it is a sign of new beginnings and alignment with her soul's purpose. She interprets this as a message from the universe, encouraging her to stay on her spiritual path and trust that she is on the right track. Remember, this energy storm is not just a negative force. It's a catalyst for growth and transformation. Challenging experiences can lead to deeper self-awareness, resilience, and spiritual connection. The storm provides an opportunity to release old patterns, limiting beliefs, and energetic attachments that no longer serve you, and Sarah is beginning to understand this. To truly release and forgive, write a letter to someone who has hurt you, expressing your feelings and forgiving them for their actions without sending it. Forgiveness does not excuse their behavior, but it does release you from the burden of holding onto resentment and anger. Sarah writes a letter to her former boss, who constantly criticized her and undermined her confidence. She expresses her anger, her hurt, and her resentment. As she writes, she begins to see her boss's actions from a new perspective, understanding that he was likely projecting his own insecurities onto her. She forgives him for his behavior, releasing herself from the burden of holding onto negative emotions. Navigating this storm successfully can lead to accelerated spiritual growth, enhanced intuition, and a deeper sense of purpose. Repeat these affirmations daily. I am open to receiving guidance from the universe. I trust my intuition and follow its guidance. I am connected to my soul's purpose and living my highest potential. Sarah repeats these affirmations every morning, feeling a surge of energy and inspiration. She trusts that she is on the right path, and she is excited to see what the future holds. You have the power to navigate this storm and emerge stronger, more resilient, and more spiritually connected than ever before. You now have actionable tools to use for self-empowerment and will continue to gain new information along the way. But what about lasting change? What about really breaking free from these patterns? But what about lasting change? What about really breaking free from these patterns? It's time to confront the resistance that's been holding you back and integrate the shadows that have been clouding your path. Are you ready to confront what's been lurking in the depths of your subconscious? Resistance, in a spiritual context, goes far beyond simple procrastination. It's an active force, a defense mechanism erected by your ego to shield itself from perceived threats inherent in spiritual growth. Think of it as the ego's attempt to maintain control, fearing the vulnerability and change that come with deeper self-awareness. Your ego, in its attempt to protect you, may conjure self-sabotaging thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, all designed to keep you safely within the confines of your comfort zone, even if that zone is ultimately detrimental to your spiritual progress. It's as if a part of you is actively working against your own best interests, clinging to the familiar even when it's clearly no longer serving you. Consider Sarah, for instance, our case study character. She recognizes that her resistance to meditation isn't just laziness, it's a deep-seated fear of confronting suppressed memories and emotions that she's been avoiding for years. Now, let's delve into shadow work. The shadow self, a concept pioneered by Carl Jung, encompasses the disowned aspects of your personality, the traits and qualities you've rejected or suppressed because they don't align with your conscious self-image. These shadow aspects can include anger, jealousy, insecurity, or any other characteristic you deem unacceptable. However, these disowned aspects don't simply disappear. They fester in your subconscious, influencing your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in insidious ways. Shadow integration, the process of acknowledging and accepting these disowned aspects, is essential for unlocking blocked energy and achieving wholeness. It's about embracing the totality of who you are, flaws and all, and recognizing that even your shadow aspects have valuable lessons to teach you. Now, take out your journal and let's identify your shadow self through pattern recognition and self-reflection. Ask yourself, what qualities do I most dislike in others? What triggers me the most? The answers often reveal aspects of your own shadow self that you're projecting onto others. To truly integrate these shadow aspects, practical techniques are essential. Active imagination, journaling, and compassionate self-acceptance can serve as powerful tools for bringing your shadow into the light. With active imagination, you can engage in a dialogue with your shadow self, allowing it to express its needs and desires. Through journaling, you can explore your shadow aspects in a safe and controlled environment, gaining insights into their origins and motivations. And with compassionate self-acceptance, you can learn to embrace your shadow aspects without judgment, recognizing that they are an integral part of who you are. For instance, in a previous scenario, Sarah worked through repressed anger by visualizing a safe space and speaking to her anger, asking it why it was around and what was it trying to tell her. She was able to listen and use that information to better understand her personal needs and boundaries. But what if the shadow has a darker side? What if there are unseen forces within the shadow amplifying its negative influence? Repressed emotions and limiting beliefs can create energetic vulnerabilities that attract negative thought forms or entities. These negative influences can then further distort your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, perpetuating a cycle of negativity and self-sabotage. It's as if your shadow self has become a portal for external influences to manipulate you, keeping you trapped in a web of fear and doubt. Let's dig deeper through pattern recognition. Think about a specific negative thought pattern that keeps recurring in your mind. Where does this thought come from? Does it sound like your own voice, or does it resemble someone else's? Sarah realized that a recurring self-critical voice sounded eerily like her overbearing parent, suggesting that this negative thought pattern was not entirely her own. Now we must find ways to truly align to our higher purpose amidst this storm. Redefine your understanding of higher purpose beyond career achievements. It's not just about climbing the corporate ladder or accumulating wealth. It's about aligning with your core values and authentic self, expressing your unique gifts and talents in service to something greater than yourself. Your higher purpose can manifest in countless ways, from acts of service and creative expression to genuine connections with others. It's about living a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling, a life that resonates with your soul's deepest calling. It's about finding what truly lights you up and pursuing it with passion and purpose. Now grab your journal again, as we will participate in values clarification exercises. Reflect on what truly matters to you. What principles guide your decisions and actions? What kind of world do you want to create? To help you, let's rank some common values: compassion, creativity, freedom, security, justice, and connection. As you clarify your values, examine how your daily actions align with them. Are you living in accordance with what you truly believe in? Are you making choices that honor your values? Identify areas of misalignment and take concrete steps to create greater congruence. Sarah recognized that creative freedom was critical to her well-being. She started painting and writing poetry again, carving out time each day to express her creativity and reconnect with her inner artist. As you clarify your values, it's important to also connect these values to daily action and routines. Track daily activities versus value alignment to achieve this. Are you spending your time and energy on things that truly matter to you, or are you getting caught up in distractions and obligations that pull you away from your path? Identify areas where you can make small changes to better align your daily life with your core values. For example, if you value connection, make a conscious effort to reach out to loved ones and spend quality time with them. Or if you value creativity, dedicate time each day to engage in activities that spark your imagination and inspire you. Intuitive decision-making is also an incredibly important and underutilized skill. When making decisions aligned with your higher purpose, it's crucial to listen to your intuition, that inner voice of wisdom that guides you towards your highest good. Your intuition speaks to you in subtle ways, through feelings, hunches, and synchronicities. Learn to trust these inner nudges even when they don't make logical sense. Strengthen your intuition through meditation, mindfulness, and connecting with your inner guidance. Spend time in silence, quieting your mind, and listening to the whispers of your soul. For instance, Sarah began to trust her intuition when making career decisions, choosing projects that resonated with her values and aligning her to things she was good at. Now, let's connect with your inner wise guide. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and visualize a safe and comfortable space. Imagine that you're meeting with a wise and compassionate guide who is there to offer you support and guidance. Ask your guide for clarity on your higher purpose and how you can best align with it. Listen to the guidance you receive, trusting that it comes from a place of love and wisdom. Trust that you can hear and follow that guidance, as Sarah is doing. But how can astrology help us in all of this? By understanding the concept of astrological weather, you'll start to see how certain patterns emerge. Astrological transits are like weather patterns, influencing your emotional and energetic states. Just as the weather can affect your mood and energy levels, so too can the movements of the planets. Understanding these patterns can provide valuable insights into your inner landscape, allowing you to navigate your emotions and experiences with greater awareness and intention. By becoming attuned to the astrological weather, you can anticipate challenges, capitalize on opportunities, and cultivate greater self-awareness. Let's dive into a specific astrological influence at play during this energy storm: Saturn in Pisces. Saturn, the planet of structure and limitation, is currently transiting Pisces, the sign of dreams and illusions. This transit challenges you to ground your spiritual practices in reality, to discern between what is real and what is not. It can bring a sense of disillusionment, forcing you to confront any unrealistic expectations or fantasies you may have about your spiritual journey. It's a time to get serious about your spiritual growth, to develop a solid foundation of discipline and commitment. How is Saturn in Pisces influencing you? What illusions are being shattered in your life? Where are you being called to get more grounded and realistic? Pattern recognition exercise. Sarah recognized that Saturn in Pisces was exacerbating her difficulty with meditation, as it was forcing her to confront the underlying anxieties that she had been avoiding. What can we learn from this to improve our self-care? For personalized astrological self-care strategies for navigating Saturn in Pisces, set clear boundaries in your relationships, engage in creative expression, and seek spiritual guidance. Use this time to reevaluate your relationships, ensuring that they are built on a foundation of mutual respect and support. Engage in activities that allow you to express your creativity, such as painting, writing, or music, and seek guidance from trusted spiritual teachers or mentors who can offer you insights and support as you navigate this challenging transit. For example, Sarah started setting time boundaries with her energy-draining colleague and reconnected with her local art community, finding inspiration and support in her creative pursuits. Even these challenging transits have purpose. Reframe challenging astrological transits as opportunities for growth and transformation. These periods can force you to confront your limitations, develop greater resilience, and cultivate deeper self-awareness. They can also lead to profound breakthroughs and awakenings as you shed old patterns and embrace new possibilities. Remember, the storm is not meant to break you, it's meant to make you stronger. But what about the unseen forces? It's time to expand your understanding of unseen forces. Understand that these forces are not necessarily malevolent. They represent a spectrum of energies and influences, both internal and external. Discernment is key in navigating these forces. Learn to distinguish between energies that are supportive and those that are harmful. Develop your intuition and trust your inner guidance. Remember, you have the power to choose which energies you allow into your life. Now, let's learn to discern these forces and recognize them. With techniques for energetic discernment, learn to discern the source and intention of energetic influences. Muscle testing, pendulum dowsing, or connecting with inner guidance can all help you to tap into your intuitive wisdom and receive clear answers about the energies around you. Practice these techniques regularly to hone your discernment skills and protect yourself from negative influences. Remember, you have the power to choose which energies you allow into your life. Pattern recognition exercise. Sarah started tracking patterns around specific people in her life, noting her energy levels after interacting with them. She noticed that certain people consistently drained her energy, while others left her feeling uplifted and inspired. We can also use these lessons to clear away negative energy around us. Advanced energy clearing techniques, such as working with archangels, using specific crystals, or engaging in shamanic practices, can all help you to clear negative energy and influences from your life. Visualize Archangel Michael, the protector, surrounding you with his powerful blue light, cutting away any cords or attachments that are draining your energy. Use crystals like selenite or black tourmaline to cleanse your aura and create a protective shield around you. Engage in shamanic journeying to connect with your spirit guides and receive guidance on how to clear negative energy from your life. For instance, when Sarah felt particularly vulnerable, she would use a guided visualization to call on Archangel Michael for protection, feeling a sense of peace and security wash over her. Remember that you have the power to protect yourself. Emphasize the power of personal sovereignty, remembering that you have the power to control your energetic boundaries and protect yourself from negative influences. Set clear intentions, visualize a protective shield around yourself, and affirm your personal sovereignty daily. I am sovereign and in control of my energy. I choose to align with positive and loving influences only. You've come so far already, but let's review what we now know. We've broken through resistance, aligned with higher purpose, leveraged astrological insights, and navigated unseen forces. Remember that this energy storm is both a challenge and an opportunity for accelerated spiritual growth. Now, are you ready to set the stage for transformation and lasting change? The next section will reveal specific strategies for manifesting your desired outcomes and creating a fulfilling and meaningful life after the storm. We'll explore visualization, affirmations, gratitude practices, and more. But here's the big question. Are you truly ready to claim your power and create the life you've always dreamed of? Are you truly ready to claim your power and create the life you've always dreamed of? It's time to unlock the full potential of your manifestation abilities amidst this current cosmic climate. But be warned, manifestation during such times requires more than positive thinking. It demands conscious co-creation with the universe, where aligned intentions and decisive actions converge. You have to understand that true manifestation isn't about wishful thinking, like passively hopping for a windfall. It's about actively participating in the unfolding of your desires. Think of it this way, simply wanting a new job won't magically make it appear. However, strategically refining your resume, networking with industry professionals, and confidently articulating your skills during interviews, these are the actions that synergize with your intention, increasing the likelihood of successful manifestation. But what's been holding you back from manifesting your full potential? The energy storm amplifies common manifestation blockages, such as a gnawing fear of failure that paralyzes your efforts, insidious limiting beliefs about your inherent worthiness that undermine your confidence, and a frustrating lack of clarity about what you truly desire, leaving you adrift in a sea of vague aspirations. These blockages often manifest as a potent cocktail of fear, anxiety, and self-doubt, clouding your judgment and hindering your ability to take decisive action. So, how can you break free from these chains and harness the transformative power of manifestation? Let's dig in. It's time to actively challenge your doubts, rewrite your beliefs, and clarify your vision. You can immediately overcome these manifestation blockages with actionable techniques. Start by identifying and challenging limiting beliefs. For instance, if you believe you're not good enough, trace the origins of that belief. Where did it come from? Is it based on past experiences or the opinions of others? Then, consciously reframe it into an empowering affirmation. I am worthy of success, love, and abundance. Practice gratitude daily, focusing on the positive aspects of your life. This shifts your energy from lack to abundance, making you a magnet for more good things. Visualize your desired outcomes with vivid detail, immersing yourself in the feeling of already having achieved them. Imagine yourself thriving in your dream job, surrounded by supportive colleagues, and making a meaningful contribution. Finally, use affirmations to reprogram your subconscious mind. Repeat positive statements about yourself and your desires, such as, I am capable of achieving my goals, or I attract abundance into my life. Sarah, who has been wanting to switch careers, has been going through a similar exercise and now is taking concrete steps towards making her dreams a reality. It's also imperative to adopt intentional action. The universe responds to action, not just intention. Taking inspired action aligned with your desires is crucial for facilitating manifestation. This means acting as if your desires are already fulfilled. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, start acting like one now. Dress the part, network with other entrepreneurs, and take calculated risks. If you want to find love, start dating yourself, cultivating self-love, and putting yourself out there. Sarah began volunteering in her field of interest, even before having a formal job in it. This allowed her to gain valuable experience, make connections, and demonstrate her commitment. This aligned action significantly accelerated her manifestation process. What steps can you take today to align your actions with your intentions? But the key is to find true alignment. The universe doesn't simply hand you what you want, it conspires to give you what you are aligned with. How can you find this alignment? It's time to connect with your higher self for guidance. Understand that your higher self is not some external guru or celestial being. It's the purest, most authentic version of you. It's a source of infinite wisdom, unconditional love, and unwavering guidance residing deep within you, waiting to be accessed. Think of it as your inner compass, always pointing you towards your true north, your highest potential. But how do you access it? Common disconnects to your higher self include mental chatter, emotional turmoil, and attachment to ego-based desires. The energy storm can exacerbate these disconnects, amplifying the internal noise and making it even harder to hear the gentle whispers of your inner guidance. You may experience a nagging sense of confusion, isolation, and lack of purpose, feeling lost at sea without a compass. This happens when you're bogged down by the worries of the day-to-day. Let's work to break through these feelings. Immediately start using meditation, mindfulness, journaling, and spending time in nature. These practices create space for inner guidance to emerge. Meditation quiets the mental chatter, allowing you to access a deeper state of awareness. Mindfulness brings you into the present moment, helping you to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Journaling provides a safe space to explore your inner landscape and gain clarity on your desires and fears. Spending time in nature connects you to the Earth's energy, grounding you and opening you up to inspiration. And consider a guided visualization to meet and dialogue with your higher self. Imagine yourself in a peaceful garden, sitting beside a wise and loving figure who represents your higher self. Ask it questions about your life, your purpose, and your path. Listen to the answers you receive, trusting that they come from a place of profound wisdom and love. Sarah started spending 15 minutes each morning in quiet contemplation, journaling about her dreams and intuitions. This practice helped her to cultivate a stronger connection with her higher self and receive clear guidance on her next steps. What practices resonate most with you? How can you incorporate them into your daily routine? Once you've incorporated the above techniques into your life, learn to trust your intuition, as intuition is the language of the higher self. It's that gut feeling, that inner knowing, that subtle nudge that guides you towards your highest good. Learning to trust your intuition is crucial for receiving guidance from your higher self. It's important to differentiate intuitive guidance from ego-based fears and desires. Intuition feels calm, clear, and aligned with your values. Fear feels anxious, urgent, and self-serving. To tap into it, listen to your body's signals. Your intuition often speaks to you through physical sensations, such as a gut feeling, a tingling in your spine, or a sense of lightness or heaviness. Pay attention to these signals and learn to interpret their meaning. Reflect on past decisions where you followed your intuition and experienced positive outcomes. This will help you build confidence in your intuitive abilities. Sarah started trusting her intuition when choosing which job opportunities to pursue, focusing on those that felt aligned with her values and passions, even if they didn't seem like the most logical choice on paper. This shift led her to a much more fulfilling and rewarding career path. All of this can be supported by understanding and managing your energetic field. Each individual possesses an energetic field, often referred to as an aura, that surrounds and permeates their physical body. This field acts as a dynamic interface, constantly interacting with the environment and other people, exchanging subtle energies and vibrations. Understanding this energetic field is crucial for maintaining your spiritual well-being and navigating the currents of the energy storm. Think of it as an invisible shield that protects you from negativity, but also as a conduit that allows you to connect with the world around you. Now, be aware that we are constantly exchanging energy with our surroundings. The dynamics of energy exchange dictate that we're perpetually giving and receiving energy from our environment and the people we encounter. However, negative energies, whether from toxic relationships, stressful environments, or self-limiting beliefs, can weaken and deplete our energetic field, leaving us feeling drained, vulnerable, and susceptible to illness. Imagine yourself walking through a crowded city street, bombarded by the chaotic energy of thousands of people. Or picture yourself in a tense meeting, absorbing the stress and negativity of your colleagues. These constant energetic exchanges can take a toll on your system, weakening your aura and making you more vulnerable to negative influences. Let's fix that. Techniques for strengthening and protecting your field include grounding, shielding, clearing, and setting boundaries. Grounding connects you to the Earth's energy, stabilizing your aura and reducing anxiety. Imagine roots growing from your feet, anchoring you firmly to the ground. Shielding creates a protective barrier around your energetic field, deflecting negative energies. Visualize yourself surrounded by a bubble of golden light, impenetrable to negativity. Clearing removes stagnant or unwanted energies from your aura. Use techniques such as smudging with sage, taking salt baths, or visualizing the energy flowing out of your body. Setting boundaries protects your energy by clearly communicating your limits to others. Learn to say no to requests that drain your energy or compromise your values. Sarah learned to visualize a protective bubble of light around her energetic field before entering stressful situations, such as meetings with her difficult boss. She also started using black tourmaline, a powerful grounding stone, to absorb negative energy. These practices helped her to maintain her energy and protect herself from the negativity of others. How are you currently protecting your energetic field? What changes can you make to strengthen your defenses? One crucial step is to clear any energetic blockages from your energetic field. Using crystals, sound healing, or energy healing modalities like Reiki or F-tapping can help. Crystals vibrate at specific frequencies that can help to clear stagnant energy and restore balance to your aura. Sound healing uses the power of sound to break up energetic blockages and promote healing. Energy healing modalities like Reiki and F-tapping work directly with your energetic field to clear blockages and restore flow. Hold a selenite wand and visualize the crystal's energy dissolving the block. Take note of how you feel when holding the crystal and what blockages it may be alleviating. Now, let's expand into shadow work. Consider the concept of the collective shadow. While individual shadow work is essential, it's also crucial to understand the concept of the collective shadow, the disowned aspects of society and humanity. The collective shadow encompasses the traits and behaviors that we, as a society, reject or suppress, such as greed, violence, and inequality. During times of upheaval, this intensification of astral energies can trigger collective shadow dynamics, leading to increased polarization, scapegoating, and even violence. When fear grips society, it's easy to project blame onto others, creating divisions and fueling conflict. But how do these manifest on a personal level? These collective energies can manifest on a personal level as feelings of anger, resentment, and despair. You may find yourself triggered by current events, feeling helpless and overwhelmed by the state of the world. You may also experience increased conflict in your relationships as collective shadow dynamics play out in your personal life. The key is to transmute. To transmute collective shadow energies, compassion, forgiveness, and non-judgment are essential. When you encounter negativity or hatred, respond with compassion, recognizing that those who are acting out are often suffering themselves. Forgive those who have wronged you, releasing resentment and anger. Practice non-judgment, recognizing that everyone is doing the best they can with the tools they have. Sarah started practicing loving-kindness meditation, sending love and compassion to all beings, including those who she disagreed with. This practice helped her to cultivate greater empathy and reduce her feelings of anger and resentment. Remember the importance of personal responsibility. Each individual has a responsibility to heal their own shadow aspects and contribute to the healing of the collective shadow. This is not about taking on the burdens of the world, but rather about taking ownership of your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. By becoming more conscious of your own shadow aspects and actively working to integrate them, you can create a ripple effect of healing that extends outwards into the world. I am responsible for my own healing. I contribute to the healing of the world by healing myself. As we integrate these lessons for lasting transformation, remember the principles we've covered. Manifestation requires aligned intention and action. Connecting with your higher self provides access to wisdom and guidance. Managing your energetic field protects you from negativity. Transmuting shadow energies promotes healing and wholeness. Remember how these all connect. These principles interrelate and reinforce each other, creating a holistic approach to spiritual growth and transformation. By cultivating self-awareness, practicing compassion, and taking inspired action, you can navigate any storm and create a life of purpose, joy, and fulfillment. Spiritual growth is an ongoing journey, not a destination. The energy storm is just one of many opportunities for learning and evolution. As you continue on your path, embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and always remember that you are capable of creating the life you desire. In the next section, we'll delve into creating a sustainable spiritual practice and integrating these lessons into your daily life. We'll share practical tips for maintaining your energy, connecting with your higher self, and living in alignment with your values long after the storm has passed. Also, we'll offer resources for ongoing support, such as links to relevant articles, books, and communities. Are you ready to learn more about this sustainable spiritual practice that will propel you on your journey? Are you ready to understand exactly how this energy storm is creating a spiritual roadblock in your life? It's not just a vague feeling, it's a tangible force disrupting your inner compass and hijacking your progress. Something unseen is at play, and it's critical to identify its influence and disarm it. But first, you must understand how the energy storm manifests in your daily life. The energy storm is not a random phenomenon. It's a calculated disruption of your intuitive abilities and your connection to divine guidance. During this period, intuition becomes muddied. Clear signals get distorted, like radio static drowning out a crucial message, leaving you second-guessing every inner nudge. Remember Sarah. Before learning to discern the source of her intuition, she misread a strong gut feeling as a sign to invest in a dubious business venture, losing valuable time and resources. This is the energy storm at work, creating mirages that lead you astray. The storm whispers doubts, amplifies fears, and cleverly mimics the voice of your intuition, making it nearly impossible to distinguish between true guidance and manipulative interference. So how do you reclaim clarity and decipher true intuitive signals? Start by meticulously journaling your gut feelings, noting the specific sensations, thoughts, and emotions that accompany them. When you feel an intuitive nudge, don't immediately act. Instead, pause, breathe, and ask yourself, is this thought aligned with my highest good? Does it feel expansive or constricting? What is the source of this feeling? It is imperative to question, is this truly my intuition, or is it an implanted thought? Questioning the source will help differentiate between genuine guidance and the storm's deceptive echoes. Also, begin verifying the accuracy of your intuitive hits through small, low-stakes experiments. Before answering a phone call, guess who's calling and write it down. Before opening an email, sense what the email is about. Track your accuracy rate to build confidence in your true intuitive abilities and distinguish them from the static generated by the energy storm. And actively seek validation from external sources, but be careful. Consult with trusted friends, mentors, or spiritual advisors, sharing your intuitive insights and asking for their perspective. Be discerning about where you seek counsel. Remember, the goal isn't to blindly follow others' opinions, but to gain clarity and confirm that your intuition is resonating with objective truth. By meticulously documenting, verifying, and seeking aligned counsel, you can begin to filter out the noise of the energy storm and reclaim access to your clear, unwavering intuition. The energy storm doesn't just cloud intuition, it actively sabotages your spiritual practices, turning your sacred rituals into sources of frustration and resistance. The meditation cushion becomes a battleground of racing thoughts. The yoga mat feels like a torture device for restless limbs, and the once comforting words of prayer feel hollow and empty. Remember Sarah. Her usual morning meditation routine, once a source of peace and clarity, became unbearable. She felt restless, agitated, and bombarded by intrusive thoughts, making it impossible to quiet her mind and connect with her inner self. Recognize that this resistance isn't a sign of failure, but rather a symptom of the energy storm's disruptive influence. This chaotic energy needs to be addressed with modified, adaptable practices that work with the storm instead of against it. Ditch the rigid structures and embrace flexibility. If sitting still feels impossible, try movement meditation, such as walking in nature, dancing freely, or practicing Tai Chi. If traditional prayer feels stale, explore alternative forms of devotional expression, such as chanting, singing, or creating art. Experiment with shorter, more frequent bursts of practice throughout the day, rather than trying to force yourself into long, drawn-out sessions. Sarah, in her restlessness, discovered the power of ecstatic dance. The rhythmic movement allowed her to release pent-up energy, quiet her mind, and connect with her body in a new way. Now approach your spiritual practice with curiosity, playfulness, and a willingness to adapt. Embrace the unexpected, and trust that even amidst the chaos of the energy storm, you can still find moments of connection, clarity, and peace. Moreover, the insidious undercurrent of this energy storm erodes faith and hope, replacing them with gnawing doubt and a sense of spiritual abandonment. What was once a vibrant connection to the divine now feels like a frayed thread, leaving you questioning the very foundations of your beliefs. You might find yourself doubting the existence of a higher power, questioning the purpose of your life, or feeling abandoned by the universe. Remember Sarah? She felt a profound sense of disillusionment, questioning her spiritual path and wondering if all her efforts had been in vain. She even momentarily considered abandoning her spiritual journey altogether, convinced that she was alone and unsupported. When doubt descends, don't succumb to despair. Instead, actively rekindle the flame of faith through conscious connection and intentional acts of service. Begin with gratitude, even amidst the darkness. Keep a gratitude journal, listing 3 things you're grateful for each day, no matter how small. This shifts your focus from lack to abundance, reminding you of the good that still exists in your life. Connect with nature, spending time in the beauty and wonder of the natural world. Observe the intricate details of a flower, listen to the soothing sounds of a stream, or gaze at the vast expanse of the sky. Nature is a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of all things and the presence of a guiding intelligence. And critically, actively seek connection with a supportive spiritual community. Attend gatherings, participate in online forums, or connect with like-minded individuals who share your values and beliefs. Sharing your doubts and fears with others can lighten the burden and remind you that you're not alone. Sarah found solace and renewed purpose through volunteering at a local soup kitchen. Serving others reminded her of the interconnectedness of humanity and the importance of living a life of compassion. Finally, the energy storm can amplify the inner critic and trigger self-doubt, making it difficult to believe in yourself and your abilities. The negative voices in your head become louder, more insistent, and more convincing, whispering insidious lies about your worthiness, your capabilities, and your potential. You might find yourself plagued by thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," "I'm not worthy of love," or "I'll never succeed." Remember Sarah. She faced constant battles with her inner critic, which told her she was foolish for pursuing her dreams and that she was destined to fail. These negative thoughts undermined her confidence, fueled procrastination, and prevented her from taking action towards her goals. To silence the inner critic and reclaim your self-worth, challenge its negativity with self-compassion and conscious reframing. Start by identifying the specific self-critical thoughts that plague you. Write them down and examine them objectively. Are they based on facts or opinions? Are they helpful or harmful? Then, consciously reframe these negative thoughts into positive affirmations. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," reframe it into, "I am capable and worthy of success." Practice these affirmations daily, repeating them aloud with conviction and feeling. And actively challenge the inner critic's false narratives with evidence of your past successes and strengths. Remind yourself of times when you overcame challenges, achieved your goals, and demonstrated your capabilities. Write down a list of your accomplishments and refer to it whenever you need a boost of confidence. Also, remember that self-compassion is essential for silencing the inner critic and cultivating self-love. Treat yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and forgiveness that you would offer a dear friend. Recognize that everyone makes mistakes and that you are worthy of love and acceptance, regardless of your flaws or imperfections. Sarah began practicing mirror work, looking herself in the eye each morning and repeating affirmations of self-love and acceptance. This practice helped her to quiet her inner critic and cultivate a deeper sense of self-worth. Now, let's delve even deeper. Beyond the immediate symptoms, what unseen force is truly fueling these blockages? Are you ready to handle who or what might be watching you? The primary unseen force behind your blockage may be internal fear and limiting beliefs acting as a self-fulfilling prophecy, reinforcing your stagnation. These aren't always obvious. They lurk beneath the surface, shaping your reality from the shadows. A fear of the unknown might manifest as resistance to change, keeping you stuck in familiar patterns, even if they're unfulfilling. A fear of judgment might prevent you from expressing your authentic self, stifling your creativity and dimming your light. A fear of failure can paralyze you from taking risks, hindering your growth and preventing you from reaching your full potential. Remember Sarah. She harbored a deep-seated fear of success, believing that she didn't deserve to be happy or successful. This fear sabotaged her efforts, causing her to procrastinate, self-sabotage, and ultimately hold herself back from achieving her dreams. To uncover these hidden beliefs, engage in shadow work and inner child work to reveal the wounds that fuel your self-sabotage. Journaling prompts such as, "What am I most afraid of?" and "What limiting beliefs do I hold about myself?" can bring these fears to the surface. Imagine yourself as a child, comforting that younger version of yourself and reassuring them that they are safe, loved, and worthy. Link specific fears and beliefs to recurring patterns in your life. You notice that you consistently attract the same types of relationships or encounter the same challenges. This is often a sign that a limiting belief is at play, shaping your reality. Sarah realized that her fear of success stemmed from a childhood experience where she was criticized for excelling in school. Connecting this belief to her past helped her to understand its power and begin to dismantle it. Also, consciously reframe your limiting beliefs into empowering affirmations. Replace "I'm not good enough" with "I am capable and worthy of success." Repeat these affirmations daily, focusing on the positive emotions they evoke. However, the unseen force could be external energetic attachments that are draining your life force, perpetuating negative patterns. They are the invisible cords that bind you to people, places, and things, often stemming from unhealthy relationships, unresolved conflicts, or addictive behaviors. An unhealthy relationship might involve constant drama, manipulation, or emotional abuse, leaving you feeling drained, depleted, and trapped. Unresolved conflicts, such as a lingering grudge or a past trauma, can create energetic ties that keep you stuck in the past, preventing you from moving forward. Addictive behaviors, such as substance abuse, gambling, or excessive social media use, can create energetic dependencies that weaken your willpower and compromise your well-being. Remember, Sarah, she realized that she was still energetically attached to a toxic family member who constantly criticized and belittled her. This attachment drained her energy and reinforced her feelings of unworthiness. Cord-cutting rituals sever these ties, but this is not about cutting people out of your life, but freeing yourself from the energetic hooks that keep you tethered to negativity. Visualize yourself holding a pair of energetic scissors or a sword of light. Imagine the cords connecting you to the person, place, or thing you wish to release. With intention and clarity, cut those cords, severing the energetic connection. As you cut the cords, visualize the energy flowing back to you, reclaiming your power and autonomy. Set clear boundaries with those who drain your energy, limiting your exposure to toxic people and environments. Practice assertive communication, expressing your needs and desires clearly and respectfully without apologizing or compromising your values. Sarah performed a cord-cutting ritual, visualizing herself severing the energetic ties to her toxic family member. She felt an immediate sense of relief and freedom, as if a weight had been lifted from her shoulders. In rare instances, it is possible that negative entities or thought forms are influencing your energy field, subtly blocking your spiritual progress. These aren't always malevolent beings, but rather energetic constructs fueled by fear, anger, and negativity. Intense fear can create energetic vulnerabilities that attract these influences, weakening your aura and making you more susceptible to their manipulation. Lingering anger can create energetic hooks that allow negative entities to latch onto your energy field, feeding off your emotional turmoil. Unchecked negative thoughts can create thought forms that take on a life of their own, perpetuating negative patterns and undermining your well-being. To protect yourself, spiritual hygiene such as smudging, using protective crystals, and calling upon spiritual protection is essential. Smudging with sage clears negative energies from your environment and your energy field, creating a sacred space that repels unwanted influences. Black tourmaline, amethyst, and selenite are known for their protective properties. Carry them with you, place them in your home, or wear them as jewelry to create a shield against negative energies. And most importantly, call upon your spiritual guides, angels, or higher power for protection. Visualize yourself surrounded by a bubble of white light, impenetrable to negativity. Affirm your sovereignty and declare that only positive and benevolent energies are allowed into your space. Sarah sensed a negative presence in her home and performed a space-clearing ritual, smudging with sage and calling upon her spirit guides for protection. She immediately felt a shift in the energy, as if a dark cloud had lifted. It's also theoretically possible, although less common, that past life influences, unresolved traumas, or karmic patterns are bleeding into your present spiritual journey. Disclaimer: while the following is presented as a possibility, the existence of past lives is a theoretical concept and should be approached with discernment. These influences are not always conscious memories, but rather subtle energetic imprints that shape your present experiences. To explore past life influences, past life regression, meditation, or work with a qualified past life therapist. During meditation, journey back to the source of your karmic patterns, observing the events, emotions, and relationships that shaped your past lives. Acknowledge the pain and suffering of the past, but release the need to carry it with you into the present. Forgive yourself and others for the mistakes of the past, recognizing that everyone is doing the best they can with the tools they have. Sarah had a vivid dream that suggested a past life connection to her current struggles with self-worth. This dream prompted her to explore past life regression, where she uncovered a traumatic experience in a previous lifetime that contributed to her feelings of unworthiness. What steps will you take now to identify the unseen forces blocking your path? Are you ready to reclaim your spiritual power? Now, to truly reclaim your spiritual power, you must create firm energetic boundaries to guard against the influences we've discussed. These boundaries are not walls of separation, but rather conscious declarations of your energetic sovereignty, allowing you to interact with the world without compromising your well-being. Practice saying no without guilt or explanation. Your time and energy are precious resources, and you have the right to protect them. Limit exposure to toxic people and environments. Surround yourself with positive, supportive influences that uplift and inspire you. Create physical and energetic space for yourself. Designate a sacred space in your home where you can retreat for solitude, reflection, and spiritual practice. Next, intentionally clear stagnant or negative energy from your energy field and environment. This is not a one-time fix, but an ongoing practice of energetic hygiene that keeps your vibration high and prevents blockages from accumulating. During a space-clearing ritual using sage, visualize the smoke carrying away any stagnant or negative energy, replacing it with fresh, vibrant energy. Use crystals and essential oils such as lavender for their clearing properties. You must also use affirmative manifestation and visualization to reprogram limiting beliefs and manifest desired outcomes. Your thoughts and beliefs are powerful creators, shaping your reality in profound ways. So use guidelines for creating affirmations. They must be specific. I am attracting fulfilling clients. Positive, I am worthy of abundance. And believable, I am open to receiving unexpected opportunities. Visualize your desired future, immersing yourself in the sights, sounds, smells, and emotions of your ideal reality. Sarah began visualizing herself speaking confidently and powerfully in front of large audiences, and soon began to manifest real-world opportunities to share her message. Also, never forget to connect with your spiritual allies and guides for support and guidance. You are not alone on this journey. You are surrounded by a team of loving and supportive beings who are eager to assist you. In meditation, journaling, and automatic writing, seek their counsel. Learn to recognize and interpret their messages, which often come in the form of intuitive nudges, synchronicities, and dreams. The goal is to build a spiritual immune system. Are you ready to learn how? The core of a spiritual immune system lies in daily grounding and centering practices. Walking in nature, feeling the earth beneath your feet, can instantly dissipate excess energy and restore balance. Mindful breathing, focusing on the gentle rhythm of your breath, quiets the mind and anchors you in the present moment. In a body scan meditation, paying attention to the sensations in your body brings awareness to areas of tension and blockage, allowing you to release them. Regular energy hygiene is also paramount. Salt baths draw out impurities and cleanse your aura, leaving you feeling refreshed and revitalized. Smudging with sage clears negative energies from your environment and your energy field, creating a sacred space for healing and transformation. And dry brushing stimulates your lymphatic system, promoting detoxification and boosting your immune function. You must also cultivate self-awareness and emotional intelligence. This involves understanding your triggers, recognizing your emotional patterns, and developing healthy coping mechanisms for managing stress. Journaling helps you process your emotions, identify limiting beliefs, and gain clarity on your goals and values. Mindfulness meditation brings you into the present moment, allowing you to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. And therapy provides a safe and supportive space to explore your inner landscape and heal past traumas. Finally, find a supportive spiritual community for encouragement, guidance, and shared learning. Connecting with like-minded individuals who share your values and beliefs can provide a sense of belonging, validation, and inspiration. Join online forums, attend workshops or retreats, or find a local spiritual group. Remember, your resilience depends on the strength of your support network. And as we bring all of these ideas together, remember that navigating this energy storm can be integrated into your life as a path to accelerated awakening, but only if the lessons are internalized. Are you ready to integrate what you've learned? This path will involve deeper self-acceptance and compassion. Embody the understanding that imperfections do not diminish your worth, and that everyone deserves love and understanding. This path also leads to expanded intuition and spiritual gifts. Overcoming the blockages created by this storm can unlock latent abilities, revealing new dimensions of your inner landscape. Listen to your inner voice, explore your unique gifts, and trust in your inherent wisdom. This path will also give you unwavering faith and trust. Embody the knowing that everything is happening for your highest good, even when it doesn't make sense in the moment. This path culminates in a greater sense of purpose and meaning. When you align your actions with your values and passions, you create a life that is authentic, fulfilling, and meaningful. How will you use these lessons to catapult yourself forward? Are you ready to unlock a new level of yourself? In the next section, we will be going over the specific foods and supplements that can protect you during this time of chaos and even amplify your manifestation potential. Make sure that you are subscribed so that you don't miss out on the next upload. Are you truly ready to build this spiritual immune system? The first step is recognizing the resistance patterns that flare up during this intense energy storm and understanding that resistance isn't a singular event, but a looping cycle that intensifies when cosmic forces challenge us. It's a cunning trap designed to keep you spiraling, preventing you from breaking free. One common loop is procrastination, which breeds anxiety, and that anxiety then fuels more procrastination, creating a vicious cycle that's hard to escape. Remember Sarah? She found herself paralyzed by a new creative project. The more she delayed starting, the more anxious she became about failing, which led to even more procrastination. It became a self-imposed prison. Are you experiencing something similar? What tasks are you avoiding? What anxieties are they creating? Recognizing these loops is the first step toward dismantling them. Beneath the surface of this loop lies a complex web of triggers, like a tripwire ready to ensnare you. What sets off your resistance loops? Is it specific situations, certain people, or particular emotions? Perhaps it's receiving critical feedback, even constructive feedback. Or maybe it's the pressure of deadlines, the fear of not meeting expectations, or the discomfort of stepping outside your comfort zone. Sarah, in our case study, realized that her biggest trigger was receiving feedback on her creative work. Even positive feedback sparked self-doubt, sending her spiraling into a loop of negative self-talk and procrastination. What are your triggers? Take a moment to reflect. What situations consistently lead you down a path of resistance? Pinpointing these triggers gives you the power to anticipate and disrupt the loop before it takes hold. The truth is that recognizing the trigger is only half the battle. You must interrupt the cycle or you will become trapped. Pattern interrupt techniques are your lifeline, offering a way to break free from these destructive loops. Simple mindfulness exercises can work wonders. When you feel resistance rising, pause, close your eyes, and focus on your breath for 5 minutes. Observe the sensations in your body, the thoughts in your mind, without judgment. This simple act of presence can disrupt the momentum of the loop. Cognitive reframing is another powerful tool. Challenge the negative thoughts that fuel your resistance. Are they based on facts or assumptions? Are they helpful or harmful? Reframe them into more positive, realistic statements. Taking a short break to engage in a completely different activity can also work wonders. Step away from your work, go for a walk, listen to music, or do something that brings you joy. This can help to clear your head and shift your perspective. Sarah, when faced with the urge to procrastinate, started using a 5-minute mindfulness exercise. She found that it calmed her anxiety and allowed her to approach her project with a clearer, more focused mind. Now, what pattern interrupt will you utilize? The key is to find what works for you and to implement it consistently. However, there is an underlying factor that most people don't consider. Resistance is often rooted in a fear of the unknown, a deep-seated anxiety about what lies beyond your comfort zone. This fear can manifest as a resistance to change, a reluctance to take risks, or a desire to cling to the familiar, even if it's unfulfilling. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of failing, of succeeding, of being judged, of stepping into your power? Take a moment to journal about your fears. Write down everything that comes to mind without censoring yourself. Once you've identified your fears, challenge your limiting beliefs. Are they based on truth or assumption? Are they serving you or holding you back? Reframe them into more empowering beliefs. Sarah, after journaling, realized that her resistance stemmed from a fear of failing publicly with her creative project. She was afraid of being judged, ridiculed, and rejected. By acknowledging this fear, she was able to challenge its power and begin to move forward with confidence. Are you ready to confront your fears? Are you ready to step into the unknown? Because without doing so, you will find yourself in a continuous loop, never breaking free from the chaos of the energy storm. But what if you could allow these changes to take place instead of fighting them? During this energy storm, allowing is far more effective than sheer willpower. Willpower is essential, but there is a delicate balance to recognize. Forcefully pushing against the current can lead to exhaustion and frustration, while allowing yourself to flow with the current can bring unexpected opportunities and ease. When is willpower useful? When you need to overcome inertia, set boundaries, or make difficult decisions? When does it become counterproductive? When you're trying to control outcomes, resist change, or force things to happen that aren't meant to be. So, how can you embrace the art of allowing? What techniques are available to you? Meditation is the keystone of mastering the art of allowing. There are different forms of meditation. Mindfulness meditation cultivates awareness of the present moment, allowing you to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Transcendental meditation uses a mantra to quiet the mind and access deeper states of consciousness. Loving-kindness meditation cultivates feelings of compassion and empathy, both for yourself and for others. What meditation style is right for you? It depends on your individual needs and preferences. For anxiety, mindfulness meditation can be incredibly helpful, allowing you to observe your anxious thoughts without getting carried away by them. For self-judgment, loving-kindness meditation can soften your inner critic and cultivate self-compassion. Sarah struggled with which meditation to settle on. She spent so much time worrying that she wasn't picking the right one that she ended up not meditating at all. This highlights the need for surrender and acceptance, which we will cover next. I'm going to guide you briefly through each one now. First, take a deep breath and close your eyes. Now, let's just allow our minds to wander. Notice each thought, but do not give any of them any power. Just observe. Excellent. Now let's move to transcendental meditation. Clear your mind and repeat the word peace over and over again. Feel the feeling of peace wash over you. Incredible. Now think of someone you appreciate. Think of how much love you have for them. Now redirect that feeling towards yourself. Feel the warm feelings you have for others, now directed at your heart. Amazing. What feelings came up for you? Which one felt best? Now you must surrender to these feelings. Surrender to the present moment, accepting what is without resistance. This doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It means releasing your need to control everything and trusting that the universe has your back. Acceptance doesn't mean condoning negative situations, but it does mean acknowledging them without judgment and focusing on what you can control, which is your response. This is a difficult concept to fully grasp, but what's the first step? You can cultivate acceptance through gratitude. Focusing on the positive aspects of your life shifts your perspective from lack to abundance and reminds you of the good that already exists. You can also reframe negative thoughts, challenging negative thought patterns and replacing them with more positive, realistic ones can shift your emotional state and create a more optimistic outlook. Sarah started a daily gratitude practice, writing down 3 things she was grateful for each day. This simple act helped her to shift her focus from her anxieties to her blessings. Then, she was able to settle down with loving-kindness meditation and start to feel at peace again. What daily gratitude practice will you begin? What negative thought patterns will you challenge? Embrace the art of allowing and watch how your energy shifts. But how can you amplify these energies even further? Harnessing the power of sound and frequency can obliterate blockages from your mind. Sound healing isn't just a new age trend, it's based on scientific principles. Everything in the universe vibrates at a specific frequency, including your body, mind, and spirit. When these vibrations become harmonized, it can lead to healing and well-being. Different frequencies can affect your body in different ways. For example, certain frequencies can reduce stress, boost your immune system, and promote relaxation. Look at this image of the brain on the screen. Notice how different frequencies affect the brain in different ways. What can you specifically use? Singing bowls, tuning forks, chanting, and binaural beats are all powerful tools for unblocking stagnant energy and promoting healing. Singing bowls create soothing vibrations that can calm the mind and release tension in the body. Tuning forks emit specific frequencies that can be used to balance your energy field. Chanting uses the power of sound to raise your vibration and connect with the divine. Binaural beats create different frequencies in each ear, which can synchronize brainwaves and promote relaxation. How can these tools be used? Let's put this into practice now. Pick a sound healing exercise. If you have access to a Tibetan singing bowl, strike it gently and listen to the sound, letting it wash over you. Visualize the sound waves penetrating every cell in your body, releasing any blockages or tension. If you have access to a 528 Hz tuning fork, strike it gently and hold it near your ear. Visualize the frequency entering your body, repairing any damaged DNA and restoring balance. You can find binaural beats on YouTube. Try finding one now and allow it to play in the background as you work or meditate. Sarah found binaural beats to be just what she needed to find her focus again. Affirm to yourself, I am healed, I am whole, I am balanced. Finally, remember the power of music and affirmations. Uplifting music can raise your vibration and clear negative energy, creating a more positive and optimistic outlook. Positive affirmations can reprogram your subconscious mind and create positive changes in your life. What musical genres resonate with you? What affirmations empower you? Consciously incorporate them into your daily life and watch your energy soar. But how exactly do affirmations work? Affirmations reprogram your subconscious mind, creating positive changes in your life. Your subconscious mind is like a computer, running programs that dictate your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Affirmations act like new software, overriding the old, outdated programs with new, empowering ones. You can create personalized affirmations. Focus on your desires rather than your fears, and use affirmations that are specific, positive, and believable. Instead of saying, I don't want to be poor, say, I am abundant and prosperous. Instead of saying, I'm not afraid of failure, say, I am confident and capable of success. Also, tips for an effective practice involve reciting affirmations aloud, visualizing the desired outcome, and repeating affirmations consistently. Incorporate affirmations into your daily routines, such as morning rituals or bedtime routines. Look in the mirror and tell yourself that you love yourself, exactly as you are. What challenges might you face with affirmations? Doubt is common. You may doubt their effectiveness or feel silly reciting them. To overcome these challenges, start with small, believable affirmations and gradually increase their intensity. Be patient and persistent, and trust that the affirmations are working even if you don't see immediate results. Sarah initially felt silly reciting affirmations, but she committed to practicing them every day. Eventually, she started to believe them, and her confidence soared. What affirmations will you create? Will you stay committed to your dreams? Ultimately, overcoming blockages requires consistent effort and patience. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. The key is to create a sustainable daily spiritual practice routine that incorporates the techniques and strategies we've discussed. Combine meditation, affirmations, journaling, sound healing, and other practices that resonate with you. Remember, what works for one person may not work for another. Experiment with different practices and find what feels right for you. And finally, remember, embrace the storm and watch yourself grow. In the next section, we'll discuss specific foods and supplements that can fortify your defenses and amplify your manifestation potential during this critical time. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next update. So, are you ready to take your healing to the next level? It's time to harness the power of the cosmos. Remember, you're not at the mercy of the stars. You're an active participant in this cosmic dance. The current planetary alignment is influencing this dangerous energy storm and directly impacting your spiritual awakening. But how exactly? And more importantly, what can you do about it? Right now, the dominant planetary alignment is a square between Mars in Gemini and Neptune in Pisces, peaking between July 14th and July 28th. This isn't just some abstract astrological concept. It's a potent energy that's shaking things up in your relationships, career, and even your physical health. Mars in Gemini is all about communication, action, and intellectual pursuits, but when it's squared by Neptune in Pisces, a planet of dreams, illusions, and spirituality, things can get murky fast. You might find yourself struggling to express your needs clearly, feeling confused about your goals, or experiencing a lack of motivation to take action. Are you feeling this in your own life? Are projects stalling? Are you experiencing miscommunications with loved ones? This is not a coincidence. The stars are aligning to challenge you, but also to offer you an opportunity for profound growth. But it's up to you to decode the message. This Mars-Neptune square is particularly affecting your solar plexus chakra and your sacral chakra. The solar plexus, located in your abdomen, is your center of personal power, confidence, and will. The Mars-Neptune square can disrupt this chakra, leading to feelings of powerlessness, self-doubt, and a lack of direction. This can manifest as anxiety, nervous stomach issues, or even physical fatigue. Are you experiencing any of these symptoms? You might also notice a difficulty in making decisions, feeling overwhelmed by responsibilities, or questioning your abilities. This alignment can also stir up imbalances in the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra, located in the lower abdomen, is your center for creativity, passion, and emotional well-being. Neptune's influence can create illusions or confusion around healthy sexuality, and a blocked sacral chakra can manifest as emotional instability, fear of intimacy, or a lack of creative inspiration. But fear not, because there are specific techniques you can use to clear these blockages and restore balance. For the solar plexus, try a guided visualization where you imagine a golden sun radiating from your abdomen, filling you with confidence and strength. Picture this sun growing brighter and warmer, dissolving any feelings of self-doubt or powerlessness. Essential oils like ginger and rosemary can also be helpful. Diffuse them or apply them topically to your abdomen. For the sacral chakra, try engaging in creative activities that bring you joy, such as painting, dancing, or writing. Visualize a vibrant orange light swirling in your lower abdomen, igniting your passion and creativity. The key is to activate your own inner healing potential. Remember Sarah, as the Mars-Neptune square peaked, she found herself overwhelmed with self-doubt about her business. She began practicing the solar plexus visualization daily, and within a week, she felt a renewed sense of confidence and clarity. The more she visualized, the more powerful she felt. Try it and feel the difference. Now, let's create a personalized astrological weather forecast. This involves examining your own birth chart and identifying how the current planetary alignment is affecting you specifically. Don't worry, it's easier than it sounds. You can find your birth chart online at websites like Astro.com or Cafe Astrology. You'll need your birth date, time, and location. Once you have your chart, look for the planets Mars and Neptune. If you see that Mars and Neptune are forming a square aspect in your chart, meaning they are about 90 degrees apart, you are likely experiencing the effects of this alignment more intensely. Also, note which houses these planets are located in. The houses represent different areas of your life, such as relationships, career, or finances. For example, if Mars is in your 7th house of relationships and Neptune is in your 10th house of career, you might be experiencing confusion or disillusionment in these areas. What houses are affected in your birth chart? Take note and prepare to fight back, but the universe isn't trying to sabotage you. The synchronicities that may appear may just be your guiding light. What are synchronicities, really? Synchronicities are not random chance or coincidences. They are meaningful coincidences orchestrated by the universe to guide you on your path. They are like breadcrumbs, leading you toward your destiny. You might see repeating numbers, hear a song that perfectly reflects your current situation, or meet someone who offers exactly the advice you need. These are not accidents, these are signs, But how do you decipher them? Decoding synchronicities requires a structured approach. First, note the details of the event. What happened? Where were you? Who was involved? What were you thinking and feeling at the time? The more details you can gather, the better. Next, identify the emotions associated with the event. Did you feel joy, fear, excitement, or confusion? Emotions are powerful indicators of the significance of a synchronicity. Then, research the symbolic meanings. Many symbols have universal meanings. For example, a butterfly often symbolizes transformation, while a snake can represent healing or temptation. Use online resources or symbolism dictionaries to explore the potential meanings of the symbols you encounter. Finally, reflect on the overall message. What is the universe trying to tell you? How does this synchronicity relate to your current situation or your long-term goals? Trust your intuition and allow the message to unfold. Let's delve into some common symbolic meanings and recurring numbers. Seeing 1111 often signifies that you are on the right path and that your thoughts are aligning with your desires. It's a sign to stay focused and keep moving forward. Seeing 222 suggests that your dreams are starting to manifest and that you need to be patient and persistent. A butterfly symbolizes transformation, urging you to embrace change and let go of the old. A crow symbolizes mystery and magic, which could indicate you have special insight and intuitive powers. An owl symbolizes wisdom and knowledge, and it can indicate knowledge that you already possess is relevant to your current situation. What symbols have you been seeing? Ultimately, the most important aspect of decoding synchronicities is to trust your own intuition and inner guidance. You are the best interpreter of your own experiences. Don't let others tell you what a synchronicity means. Trust what feels right to you. Sarah had been seeing crows everywhere for weeks. Initially, she dismissed it as a coincidence, but after learning about synchronicities, she decided to explore the possible meaning. She felt intuitively that the crow was a sign of hidden wisdom and insight. She realized that she had been ignoring her own intuition and needed to trust her inner voice more. The more she trusted herself, the more clear and confident she became. What is your intuition telling you? Don't ignore it. These signs are the way the universe speaks to you, but you need to protect yourself and your sensitivity to this language. Remember the importance of energetic boundaries. Energetic boundaries are like invisible shields that protect you from negative energy and unwanted influences. They can be compromised by negative emotions, limiting beliefs, and external forces. When your boundaries are weak, you become more vulnerable to energy drainers, psychic attacks, and emotional manipulation. Situations where energetic boundaries are most vulnerable include spending time with negative people, engaging in gossip or drama, watching violent or disturbing content, and experiencing stress or anxiety. Are you engaging in these activities? If so, you're weakening your defenses. It's time to introduce advanced shielding techniques. One powerful technique is visualizing a mirrored shield. Imagine a reflective surface surrounding your body, deflecting any negative energy that comes your way. See the shield shimmering and strong, impenetrable to any harm. Another technique is calling upon Archangel Michael for protection. Visualize Archangel Michael standing beside you, wielding his sword of light and shielding you from negativity. You can also use specific crystals, such as black tourmaline or obsidian, to absorb negative energy and create a protective barrier. Hold the crystal in your hand and visualize its energy surrounding you, creating a shield of light. Let's practice the mirrored shield visualization now. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and imagine a bright, shimmering light surrounding your body. See this light transforming into a perfect mirror, reflecting away any negativity, any harm, any unwanted energy. Feel the strength of this shield protecting you, keeping you safe and secure. Practice this visualization daily to strengthen your energetic boundaries. The importance of energetic protection cannot be overstated, especially when it comes to energetic attachments. Energetic attachments are like invisible cords that connect you to other people, places, or things. These cords can be formed through strong emotions, shared experiences, or unresolved issues. While some attachments are healthy and beneficial, others can be draining and detrimental. Negative attachments can drain your energy, influence your thoughts and emotions, and keep you stuck in the past. How do you identify these attachments? Look for patterns of codependency, obsessiveness, or resentment in your relationships. If you find yourself constantly thinking about someone, feeling responsible for their happiness, or harboring anger or resentment towards them, you may have a negative energetic attachment. You can remove these attachments through a cord-cutting ritual. Visualize yourself holding a pair of scissors. Imagine a cord connecting you to the person or situation you want to release. With a firm intention, cut the cord with the scissors, severing the energetic connection. Visualize the cord dissolving and disappearing, releasing you from its influence. Repeat the affirmation, "I release you with love, and I set myself free." Sarah, guided by a persistent feeling that wouldn't go away, realized that a work colleague had been draining her resources for years. She performed a cord-cutting ritual and felt an immediate sense of relief and liberation. The work colleague soon found a new job and left the company, freeing Sarah from the draining relationship. Do you sense an energetic cord with someone? What must you do to cut it? To maintain energetic hygiene on a daily basis, incorporate simple practices into your routine. Take salt baths to cleanse your energy field. Add a cup of Epsom salts or sea salt to warm bath water and soak for 20 minutes. Smudge your home and yourself with sage to clear negative energy. Light the sage, allow it to smolder, and waft the smoke around your body and your living space. Spend time in nature to ground your energy and reconnect with the earth. Walk barefoot on the grass, hug a tree, or simply sit and observe the beauty around you. These practices will help you stay grounded, protected, and aligned with your highest self. So what boundaries will you set today? The power to shift your perspectives and beliefs rests within your grasp. The tools are here now, use them. The next section will build directly on the actions you've taken to free yourself and explain specific foods and supplements that can fortify your defenses and amplify your manifestation potential during this critical time. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next update. Now that you've begun to fortify your energetic defenses, it's time to confront a more insidious challenge, the distorted compass. Have you ever felt like your decisions are leading you astray, even when you thought you were making the right choice? This dangerous energy storm amplifies unconscious biases and fears, leading to what I call shadow decisions, choices driven by hidden motivations rather than conscious intent. It's like navigating with a compass that's subtly but consistently pointing you in the wrong direction. Are you making decisions that feel right in the moment but leave you feeling empty or unfulfilled later? Are you finding yourself repeatedly in situations that you thought you had escaped? This is the storm at work. Consider someone who stays in a familiar but unfulfilling job because the thought of venturing into the unknown is terrifying, or someone who sabotages a budding relationship due to a deep-seated fear of intimacy and vulnerability. Or consider a more insidious case, perhaps someone who consistently chooses the wrong friends, partners who subtly undermine their confidence. These are all examples of shadow decisions, choices that seem rational on the surface, but are rooted in unconscious fears and limiting beliefs. The energy storm doesn't create these fears, it amplifies them, making it harder to see clearly. The storm acts as a smokescreen, obscuring your true desires and leaving you vulnerable to self-sabotage. It preys on insecurities that have been buried for years, convincing you that the familiar, even if painful, is safer than the unknown. Are you ready to drag these old insecurities into the light? What's worse, this energy storm exacerbates cognitive distortions. These are essentially thought patterns that warp your perception of reality, leading to poor judgment and impulsive reactions. Catastrophizing, for instance, turns minor inconveniences into major disasters. Black and white thinking leaves you trapped between extremes, unable to see the nuances of a situation. Confirmation bias makes you seek out information that confirms your existing beliefs, even if those beliefs are harmful. The storm supercharges these distortions, making them more difficult to recognize and challenge. It's like wearing a pair of distorted lenses that skew your view of the world. Imagine our fictional friend, Sarah, now facing a crucial decision about her creative project. She's engaging in catastrophizing, imagining that if her project fails, she'll be a laughingstock, her career will be over, and she'll end up living in a cardboard box. This isn't just anxiety, it's the energy storm amplifying her fears, making her decision-making process nearly impossible. The more she spirals, the more the shadow decisions seem like the only possible paths forward. During this period, it's vital to interrupt this cycle of impulsive decision-making. Implement the stop, drop, and assess technique. When faced with a difficult choice, stop, pause, take a deep breath, and become present in the moment. This simple act can break the momentum of the distorted thoughts. Drop, release your expectations and emotional attachments to the outcome. Let go of the need to control the situation and allow yourself to be open to possibilities. Assess, evaluate the situation objectively without judgment. Ask yourself, what are the facts? What are my options? What are my core values? This three-step technique creates space for clarity, allowing you to make decisions from a place of conscious awareness rather than reactive fear. But how does this relate to the cosmos? The planetary alignments act as triggers for these patterns of thought and behavior. Remember that Mars-Neptune square we discussed. This alignment can trigger feelings of confusion and uncertainty, making you more susceptible to cognitive distortions and shadow decisions. Mars, representing action and drive, is clouded by Neptune's illusions, making it difficult to see the path forward. This alignment can also stir up subconscious fears and insecurities, leading you to make choices that are not in your best interest. For example, someone with Mars in the 10th house, career, squaring Neptune in the 4th house, home and family, might feel torn between their professional ambitions and their family responsibilities. The energy storm could amplify this conflict, leading to a shadow decision such as sabotaging their career to avoid feeling guilty about neglecting their family. This is just one example of how astrological influences can manifest in your daily life, making it essential to be aware of these patterns and take steps to counteract their effects. But how do you ensure that you're making choices aligned with your true self, especially when the storm is raging? The key is to build a framework for clarity, a solid foundation that can withstand the turbulent energies. This starts with identifying your core values. What truly matters to you? What principles guide your life? Are you clear on these values? Honesty, integrity, compassion, creativity. Once you've identified your values, use them as a values-based filter for navigating uncertainty. Every decision, big or small, should be run through this filter. Ask yourself, does this choice align with my core values? Does it honor my authentic self? If the answer is no, then it's likely a shadow decision driven by fear or insecurity. Using a values-based filter is like having a compass that always points toward your true north, guiding you through even the darkest storms. Remember that values clarification exercise from the prior segment. Now it's time to put it to use. Let's say Sarah values creativity, authenticity, and connection. When faced with the decision about her project, she can apply the values-based filter. One option might be to create a generic, mass-market product that she knows will sell, but that doesn't ignite her passion. Another option might be to create something truly unique and authentic, even if it's riskier and less likely to generate immediate profits. By evaluating these options through the lens of her core values, Sarah can see clearly that the second option is more aligned with her true self. It honors her creativity, allows her to express her authenticity, and provides an opportunity to connect with others on a deeper level. Even if it's scarier, it's the right choice. And to maintain integrity, set clear intentions. Intentions are like magnets, attracting opportunities and resources that are in alignment with your desired outcomes. When you set an intention, you're essentially telling the universe what you want to create. Be specific, be clear, and be bold. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, try, I intend to create a thriving business that allows me to express my creativity and make a positive impact on the world. Write down your intentions, visualize them, and repeat them daily. But intentions alone are not enough. You must also be flexible and adaptable. This means embracing flexible planning. Rigidity can lead to frustration and missed opportunities, especially during unpredictable times. Be open to adjusting your plans as new information emerges, and trust that the universe is guiding you toward your highest good. Our friend Sarah needs to be flexible. Instead of clinging to a rigid timeline and a fixed vision of success, she must embrace the unknown and be open to new possibilities. Maybe her project will evolve in unexpected ways, or maybe she'll discover a new audience she hadn't considered before. By being flexible and adaptable, she can navigate the storm with greater ease and ultimately achieve her goals. Remember, the energy storm isn't just a challenge, it's an opportunity for growth and transformation. It's a chance to break free from limiting beliefs, embrace your authentic self, and create a life that is truly aligned with your soul's purpose. This brings us back to the importance of emotional intelligence. We've touched on emotional intelligence before, but it bears repeating. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways. It's your ability to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. It helps you connect with your feelings, turn intentions into action, and make informed decisions about what matters most to you. If any of the 4 core elements of EI are lacking: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management, your personal and professional interactions may suffer. It's impossible to lead your life decisively if you are unaware of the effects of the storm on your decision-making. But remember, the storm isn't just about external influences. Ultimately, the greatest risk comes from unseen manipulation. This isn't about external forces controlling you, it's about subtle influences exploiting your own vulnerabilities, your fears, insecurities, and unmet needs. Think back to the shadow decisions we talked about earlier. These decisions often stem from a place of vulnerability, a place where you're susceptible to manipulation, whether it's from external sources or your own limiting beliefs. Remember those energy vampire tactics we discussed. They are masters of exploiting these vulnerabilities, preying on your insecurities, and draining your energy. This is where the concept of emotional hooks comes into play. Negative entities or thought forms can attach to emotional hooks, unresolved emotions or unmet needs that make you susceptible to manipulation. These hooks are like invisible cords that connect you to negative influences, allowing them to drain your energy and distort your perception. Common emotional hooks include a need for validation, a fear of rejection, and a desire for control. Someone with a strong need for validation might be easily manipulated by flattery or praise, even if it's insincere. Someone with a fear of rejection might stay in a toxic relationship to avoid being alone. Someone with a desire for control might become overly controlling and manipulative themselves. What are your emotional hooks? Can you identify the unmet needs that make you vulnerable to manipulation? Identifying and disarming these emotional hooks is crucial for reclaiming your energetic sovereignty. Start by practicing self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially when you're feeling vulnerable. Recognize that everyone has flaws and makes mistakes. Don't beat yourself up for your imperfections. Instead, embrace them as part of your human experience. Set healthy boundaries in your relationships. Learn to say no to requests that drain your energy or compromise your values. Protect your time, your energy, and your emotional well-being. Develop a strong sense of self-worth. Recognize your inherent value and worthiness, regardless of external validation. Practice affirmations that reinforce your self-worth, such as, "I am worthy of love and respect," or "I am capable and strong." What boundaries will you create and defend? Remember, you have the power to control your energetic boundaries and protect yourself from negative influences. You are the sovereign ruler of your own energetic kingdom. Reinforce this truth with affirmations. I am sovereign and independent. I control my own energy. I am protected from all harm. Repeat these affirmations daily, and visualize yourself surrounded by a shield of light, impenetrable to any negativity. As you integrate these techniques into your daily life, you'll become a decisive leader, making choices that are aligned with your true self and your highest good. The goal here is to make aligned choices that resonate with your deepest self. You will be able to help navigate the current energy storm and activate your spiritual gifts. Are you ready to take that decisive leadership role? Take it with intention and focus, knowing these choices help navigate the current energy storm. This is your time to activate spiritual gifts. You can do it. In the next section, we'll delve even deeper, providing practical techniques for creating lasting positive change in your life. These exercises are designed to help you embody the decisive leadership you were born to embrace. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next update. Let's continue, because now it's time to address those energy leaks that are sabotaging your progress. Think of them as tiny holes in your spiritual armor, constantly draining your vital force and leaving you vulnerable to the storm's influence. Are you unconsciously hemorrhaging energy through negative self-talk, overcommitting to draining obligations, or endlessly scrolling through social media? These seemingly small habits can create significant blockages, hindering your ability to awaken your spiritual potential. We're not talking about simple procrastination. We're talking about a systematic erosion of your energetic reserves, making it harder to access your intuition and connect with your higher self. What's worse is that you're probably not even aware that these leaks exist. They're often subtle, ingrained patterns that have become so normalized that you barely notice them. That's where our quiz can help. Ask yourself these questions. Do I frequently feel exhausted despite getting enough sleep? Do I often say yes to requests even when I'm already overwhelmed? Do I find myself dwelling on past hurts or resentments? Do I spend more than an hour a day on social media without a clear purpose? Do I consistently prioritize the needs of others over my own? A yes to any of these questions indicates a potential energy leak that needs to be addressed. Energy leaks can be categorized into mental, negative thought patterns, excessive worrying, emotional, unresolved anger, suppressed grief, physical, poor diet, lack of exercise, and spiritual disconnection from nature, neglecting meditation. Each category demands a different approach for sealing those leaks. Our fictional character is realizing how much time they spend tending to other people's needs, thus impacting their ability to be creative and focus on their art. So, how do you patch these holes and reclaim your lost energy? First, let's target the mental leaks. Mindfulness meditation is a powerful tool for quieting the mental chatter and reducing negative self-talk. Even 5 minutes a day can make a significant difference. Also, set strict limits on social media use, perhaps using an app to track and restrict your time. For emotional leaks, practice setting healthy boundaries in your relationships. Learn to say no without guilt and prioritize your own emotional well-being. Self-compassion is also essential. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. For physical leaks, prioritize sleep, nutrition, and exercise. A healthy body is a strong foundation for a healthy spirit. Take a walk in nature, do some yoga, or simply spend a few minutes stretching each day. Spiritually, make time for activities that nourish your soul, whether it's meditation, prayer, journaling, or spending time in nature. Find what resonates with you and make it a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Going beyond that, think of it like this: energetic budgeting. If you're not mindful of how you spend your energy, you'll quickly run out of reserves. Create a budget that prioritizes activities that nourish and uplift you, and ruthlessly cut back on those that drain you. Track your time for a week to get a clear picture of how you're currently spending your energy. Are you spending too much time on social media or watching television? Are you neglecting your spiritual practice? Are you constantly putting the needs of others before your own? Once you have a clear understanding of your current spending habits, you can create a budget that aligns with your values and priorities. Your sample budget could include things like meditation 30 minutes daily, exercise 30 minutes, 3 times per week, creative work 2 hours daily, quality time with loved ones 1 hour daily, and rest and relaxation 1 hour daily. Be strict but flexible. This is a framework, not a prison. Now that you're plugged the leaks, how do you use that power? Moving into your emotional life, understand that unprocessed emotions can create powerful energetic blockages, especially as this energy storm intensifies them. Suppressed anger, grief, or fear can manifest as physical tension, mental fog, and spiritual disconnection. They act as dams, preventing the free flow of energy throughout your system. And because the storm stirs everything up, these dams are more likely to break. These blockages not only hinder your spiritual growth, but also make you more susceptible to the storm's negative influences. Are you constantly feeling anxious or overwhelmed without knowing why? Are you experiencing unexplained physical symptoms, such as headaches or stomach aches? Are you having difficulty connecting with your intuition or higher self? These could all be signs of emotional blockages. A critical first step is identifying your primary emotional triggers, as this helps to recognize the origin of the blockage. What situations, people, or thoughts tend to elicit strong emotional reactions in you? Do you consistently feel angry when someone criticizes you? Do you become anxious when faced with uncertainty? Do you feel sad when thinking about past losses? Keep a journal to track your emotional responses and identify recurring patterns. Our fictional character is beginning to realize that any kind of creative feedback is a trigger point that creates internal resistance. The next step is processing those difficult emotions in a healthy and constructive way. There are many effective techniques you can use, such as mindful awareness, emotional release techniques, and creative expression. Mindful awareness involves simply observing your emotions without judgment, allowing them to flow through you without getting stuck. When you feel a strong emotion arising, take a few deep breaths and focus on the physical sensations in your body. Acknowledge the emotion without trying to suppress it or analyze it. Emotional release techniques, such as F-tapping or breathwork, can help you to release pent-up energy and clear emotional blockages. F-tapping involves tapping on specific acupressure points while focusing on the emotion you're experiencing. Breathwork involves using specific breathing patterns to release emotional tension and promote relaxation. Creative expression, such as painting, writing, or music, can also be a powerful way to process difficult emotions. Allow yourself to express your feelings freely and without judgment, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. The point is that you're moving the energy rather than allowing it to stagnate. The simple act of movement will trigger change. With intention, you can transform negative emotions into positive energy. This involves reframing your perspective, identifying lessons learned, and finding opportunities for growth. Instead of viewing difficult emotions as enemies, see them as messengers that can guide you toward greater self-awareness and healing. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? What can I learn from this experience? How can I use this knowledge to grow and evolve? Our fictional character is starting to see feedback as an opportunity to find out whether their work resonates with their audience. Now, let's lay the groundwork for your spiritual growth by strengthening your spiritual foundation, because this is essential for weathering the challenges of the energy storm and maintaining inner peace. Compare this to a tree with deep roots that can withstand the strongest winds. A strong foundation allows you to stay grounded, centered, and connected to your inner wisdom, even when the world around you is in chaos. Are you feeling lost, disconnected, or overwhelmed? Are you struggling to find meaning or purpose in your life? These could be signs that your spiritual foundation needs strengthening. There are many ways to deepen your connection to Source, and all are effective. Meditation, even for just a few minutes each day, can help you quiet your mind, connect with your inner self, and access higher guidance. Prayer can be a powerful way to express gratitude, seek guidance, and connect with a higher power. Spending time in nature can help you feel grounded, connected to the earth, and attuned to the natural rhythms of life. Acts of service, such as volunteering or helping others in need, can help you feel a sense of purpose and connection to something larger than yourself. Connecting with a spiritual community can provide support, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. Experiment with different techniques and find what resonates with you. Even more, cultivate faith and trust. Faith is the unwavering belief in something greater than yourself, even when you can't see it or understand it. Trust is the ability to surrender to the flow of life, knowing that everything is unfolding in its own perfect timing. Both will help you navigate the uncertainties of life and maintain a sense of hope during challenging times. Cultivate faith by focusing on the positive aspects of your life, practicing gratitude, and surrendering to the flow of the universe. Trust that everything is happening for a reason and that you are always being guided toward your highest good. And especially during the storm, take short breaks for meditation, listen to uplifting music, or reach out to a spiritual mentor or friend, because your strength is unwavering. During the storm, embrace the dance of resistance and flow, because resistance to change is a natural human response, especially when faced with uncertainty and upheaval. But instead of fighting resistance, learn to see it as a valuable source of information. What is the resistance trying to tell you? What fears or limiting beliefs are lurking beneath the surface? Acknowledge the resistance, but don't let it control you. Use it as a guide to uncover hidden obstacles and to find new ways to navigate the path ahead. Show the case study character recognizing their own resistance and how it guides them to their limiting beliefs. But it's acceptance, not complacency. Accepting the present moment doesn't mean settling for stagnation. It means acknowledging what is, without judgment, allowing you to assess the situation more clearly and to make conscious choices about how to move forward. Ask the case study character to attempt the project, see resistance, and then meet the resistance with compassion and curiosity to identify the underlying fear. As the energy storm swirls around you, remember the role of intuition. In times of great uncertainty, when analytical thinking falls short, your intuition can be your most reliable guide. It's that quiet inner voice that whispers wisdom, offering insights that logic cannot grasp. This is how the fictional character suddenly realizes that the project needs to be totally altered. So, let's review. To truly step into your power and navigate this dangerous energy storm, you must focus on plugging energy leaks, transmuting difficult emotions, strengthening your spiritual foundation, and embracing uncertainty. This isn't a one-time fix. It's a daily practice, a commitment to living in alignment with your true self. As the case study character implements changes using this toolkit of methods, remember, consistent effort in these areas can help accelerate your spiritual growth and unlock your full potential. In our final section, we'll reveal practical steps for thriving in the post-storm world, integrating these techniques into a life of purpose, power, and unwavering inner peace. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next update. Remember when you first clicked on this video, the distorted intuition, the stalled spiritual practices, that amplified inner critic, it felt like you were drowning in a sea of negativity, didn't it? Our fictional character felt that way too, paralyzed by fear and self-doubt, their creative project dead in the water. But now, armed with the tools we've discussed, they've not only revived their project, but transformed it into something even more meaningful, something that truly resonates with their soul. And that same potential for liberation is available to you right now. Let's quickly recap the toolkit you now possess. Energetic hygiene, consistently clearing your aura and shielding yourself from negativity, directly combats distorted intuition. Shadow work, bravely confronting your deepest fears and limiting beliefs, unstalls your spiritual practices. Affirmation practices, consciously reprogramming your thoughts with positive and empowering statements, silences that inner critic. And finally, aligning to your higher purpose infuses every action with meaning and direction. These aren't isolated tools, they're synergistic allies, each amplifying the power of the others. Missteps to review, remember not to skip steps. Bypassing shadow work with affirmations will only create a superficial shift. The goal is comprehensive transformation, not just a quick fix. Recognize that inconsistent effort yields inconsistent results. The biggest shift, however, isn't just mastering these techniques. It's transforming your perspective. What if this energy storm wasn't a purely negative force, but a catalyst for growth disguised as a challenge? What if those unseen forces weren't trying to destroy you, but simply testing your resolve? See it as a cosmic curriculum designed to accelerate your evolution. This is where our fictional character changed course, viewing feedback, even negative, as a treasure, not a threat. And remember this video didn't grant you power, it simply unlocked what was already within you. You always possess the inner strength and resilience to navigate any challenge, internal or external. We merely provided the map and the compass. This energy storm, this period of intense challenge, is not an isolated event. It's part of a universal cycle of growth and change, as natural as the seasons turning. Just as winter prepares the earth for spring, these challenging times ultimately lead to deeper understanding and wisdom. Our fictional character recognizes that those early struggles, the resistance and the doubt, led to the most authentic and powerful version of their project. The skills and insights you've gained aren't just for weathering this particular storm. They're investments in your long-term spiritual growth and resilience. Preventative application is now possible. Imagine proactively using energetic hygiene to maintain clarity, shadow work to prevent future blockages, and affirmations to cultivate unwavering self-belief. But here's the truly mind-blowing part. Your individual spiritual growth contributes to the overall evolution of consciousness. Each time you heal a wound, break a limiting belief, or connect with your higher self, you send ripples of positive energy outward, positively impacting the world. Our fictional character is now positioned to mentor other artists, sharing their insights and empowering them to overcome their own creative challenges. And above all, treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during times of struggle. Spiritual growth is a process, not a destination, and setbacks are inevitable. The biggest failure is not falling down, but refusing to get back up. So now what? Here's your action plan. First, dedicate just 5 minutes each morning to energetic hygiene. Visualize a shield of light protecting you from negativity. Second, identify one limiting belief that's been holding you back and write a powerful affirmation to counteract it. Repeat this affirmation throughout the day. Third, schedule just 15 minutes for your meditation spiritual practice. Consistent small steps are how the fictional character solved their problems and achieved their goals. Build a sustainable spiritual practice. Create a personalized daily routine that incorporates the techniques we've discussed: meditation, affirmations, shadow work, and connecting with nature. Set up a tracking mechanism for that habit loop. Use an app or a journal to track your progress and celebrate your successes. Continue your learning and exploration. Check out the resources mentioned in the description. Read books on energy healing, shadow work, or spiritual awakening. Explore different meditation techniques. Connect with other like-minded souls. Knowledge is power, especially when combined with consistent action. And of course, share your insights, questions, and experiences in the comments below. Let's create a supportive community where we can all learn and grow together. Imagine a future where you're not just surviving, but thriving. A future where you're deeply connected to your intuition, radiating joy and confidence, and living a life aligned with your highest purpose. This is the potential that awaits you. Our fictional character is now pursuing their creative passions with unwavering confidence, inspiring others to do the same. But be aware, the spiritual path is not always smooth. As you grow, new and even more subtle challenges may arise. New storms may gather on the horizon. You may encounter even more subtle, insidious, unseen forces that will tempt you to stray from your path. But don't see these as threats, but rather as exciting opportunities for further discovery and growth. This sets you up perfectly for future videos. Remember, you have the power to shape your own reality. You have the power to create a life that is filled with love, joy, and purpose. So take bold action, embrace your unique gifts, contribute to a more loving and compassionate world. Your journey has only just begun, and we're here to support you every step of the way. Subscribe now, share this video with someone who needs it, and join our community. Together, we can weather any storm and create a brighter future